Hello! This is 5 things, is it 5? Yeah, 5. 5 things not to do on a bad homeschool day. And I'm filming it today because today has been awful. I feel like a lot of the times I show happy things or normal things, not the god awful things. Nah. Normal irritations and challenges are going to happen day to day. But a completely, truly god awful day, like today, it's got to be a once in a blue moon thing. If you're experiencing it most days or every day, it doesn't mean you're not cut out for homeschooling, but it does mean something needs looking at and you need switched up a bit and change things, which is probably another video entirely. Same as things you should do on a bad homeschool day is going to be another video entirely. This is just 5 things not to do on a bad homeschool day. Today's just been, we haven't had a bad day like this for a long time. But it's just been like, I have to say things 84 times and still they don't listen. Or they don't seem to have any memory. They don't seem to be able to think more than 3 minutes ahead. So when the consequences happen of something stupid they're doing, which results in someone getting hurt or someone falling out with somebody else or them getting in trouble, they're like, oh, I didn't realise that was going to happen. And they don't seem to have any memory than 3 minutes behind. Or they'd remember that we've already been through this 4 or 5 times today. It's just been an awful day, awful. And the thing is, when bad things happen, like kids, just forget about it like that. But my thing's still up from the last thing they did. So when they do something else, it just mounts up and mounts up and mounts up and mounts up. I've got there's half an hour until bedtime, so I'm nearly there. I've nearly got my gold star. I've nearly finished the bad day, but I just can't. I need 5 minutes, so I'm going to rant at you instead. I put Mickey Mouse on and said, Mummy just needs 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes. It's been awful, but like I say, these kind of days should be, the really bad ones should be once in a blue moon. If they're not, you need to look at something. But anyway, so I thought today would be a good chance to do this video, not just for your sake but for mine, to remind myself what I shouldn't do on a bad day. Right. Yeah. Right. Number 1, don't think you're not cut out for homeschooling. One bad day every whenever does not mean you're not cut out to homeschool. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life, there's going to be bad days. One bad day doesn't make a bad life. So don't doubt what you're doing, because it's nothing to do with the fact you're homeschooling. If your kids are in mainstream education, you'd still have bad days. If you didn't have any children and you was at work, you'd still have bad days. If you was unemployed, you'd still have bad days. Bad days happen. It doesn't mean you're not cut out of homeschooling. The second thing is, don't vent or ask for advice or help from people that either they don't really agree with what you're doing, or they don't homeschool themselves. Because now, I think the longer you homeschool, the more these kind of people fall by the wayside. But it does still happen, especially in the beginning, when those people haven't fell by the wayside yet, and people are still shoving their oar in, telling you that you shouldn't be doing it, stuff like that. 9 times out of 10, their reaction will be, put them in school then. Or, oh well, you chose to do this, you chose to have them all the time, stuff like that. It's not helpful, and it's not true. And I'm not being funny, but if shoving them in school meant you never have a bad day, how come you see people shouting at the kids all the time? It's rubbish. And so just don't vent or ask for help from them kind of people. Pick somebody else who's homeschooling, or a homeschool group, although you still get like the oddball in them, or somebody who you know is going to support you. Don't go asking people who you know are going to make it worse by going, oh, put them in school then, you asked that you wanted a homeschool, it's your own fault. Number 3, don't force it. If it's a bad day, nobody's going to behave, nobody's going to concentrate, you're up to your eyeballs in stress. Don't think, oh, now would be a good time to tackle that Shakespeare, or we've been sat at the table for 20 minutes trying to do this algebra and little Johnny's getting quite rude and won't do it, but we're going to press on because we need to get it done. No. No. Don't force it. If it's not working, abandon it, because it's not going to end well. Do something else. And if you have to abandon the entire school day, do it. Homeschooling is a long, full-on business. If it's not working, don't do it, because it's not going to end. It's going to, you both, I know I'm repeating myself, I do when I'm stressed or upset. You probably know it is. It's just going to end in frustration, and they're not going to learn anything, and you're not going to enjoy teaching it. Just abandon it, do something else. Get outside, or do what I've just done and take 5 minutes. Number 4. Don't forget that you're human. Just because you decided to homeschool doesn't mean you suddenly got buckets and buckets full of patience. It doesn't mean you're suddenly Mary Poppins. It doesn't mean you're a robot. If you are struggling, you're the figurehead of the ship, or the captain of the ship, or whatever. If you go down, the whole thing goes down. If you have to abandon what you're doing and do something that's going to restore your equilibrium, like go for a walk, or eat cake and put on a film, or just take 5 minutes, or put them in bed slightly earlier than you normally would, then do it. Because don't feel bad for doing it either. You're a person. You need to look after yourself as well. And if you're running on empty, or you're running on an extremely high level of stress, do something for you. Don't forget that you're human and think, oh, I've got to keep chugging along even though I don't. And the last one is, which is the one I'm clinging to at the moment, don't forget, in the words of Annie, little sweet ginger Annie, tomorrow is another day. It's not going to be like this tomorrow. Chances are we'll go to bed tonight. Tomorrow's a new day, and thank goodness we're seeing my mum tomorrow as well. I'm so ready to see my mum. Tomorrow's not going to be the same. Tomorrow's a new day. Fresh sheet. Alright. Oh. See, I feel, but even though, like, I don't know how to put this, you're not here. Well, you are here, but you're not here at the moment. My husband says I've got all these imaginary friends on the internet. But just sitting here venting for 5 minutes and reasoning with myself, even though I'm technically meant to be reasoning and advising you, I'm only reasoning with myself. I feel so much calmer. Oh, sorry, I've not got slash nose pollen's eye. Oh. I'm going to sit down with my kids for half an hour, watch Mickey Mouse with them, put them to bed, go to bed early myself, and then tomorrow's a new day. And it doesn't, and just because today was crap, frankly, doesn't mean I'm not cut out to homeschool, doesn't mean tomorrow's going to be crap as well, doesn't mean there's anything wrong with me or my kids. Just one of them days. And when you have a bad day, it's just one of them days as well. So, I hope some of that were useful, and if it wasn't, thank you for listening to me. You're my unpaid therapists. Fly. Husband's put a fly curtain up for me tomorrow. See you next time for a new video. Bye bye.